talk about the world of reality TV. In particular, we will discuss the case of Arionne Curry and the reasons for her absence from Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is not just a story of a woman getting a spot on a reality show or not. It's an instructive case of how fame, reputation, and walking in the eye of the camera can be difficult and dangerous. It's a Shakespearean tragedy set in the age of Instagram, and its bitter tea-like flavor is truly irritating. Arionne entered the Huntsville scene not with a bang, but with a scandal. A scandal that makes headlines and destroys marriages. She was ultimately the woman involved in Martell Holt's infidelity. That in itself should have been a golden opportunity, right? But no. In the world of reality TV, being the other woman is just the beginning, not a guarantee of fame. You need something else. That special magic factor that sways the audience in your favor. Even when you're in the thick of the drama, think. Melody Sherry turned into her power despite heartbreak and celebrated herself as a queen. She emerged as an umpire, turning pain into strength, and did it all while winning the hearts Martell. Despite his foibles and questionable decisions, has a certain charm that compels viewers to keep watching, even if they're just shaking their heads in wonder. Even Marcel and Letitia, Morris, and Kami attract fans with their unique style. But Arionne, the answer both from the fans and the production, is definitely negative. This is not just an affair problem. It is the problem of the behaviors that follow. Social media controversies, provocations, and dragging her own story at the expense of others all became her identity. Arionne burned bridge relationships, criticizing Melody, shadowing Martell, and directly criticizing the network. She made everyone an enemy. The reality is that you can't criticize those with power and resources and expect them to roll out the red carpet for you. It's like going to an audition and bad-mouthing the casting director, initially. Some people may have felt sympathy for Arionne. They might think she was just a pawn in Martell's game, an unwitting participant. But that sympathy soon fades as Arionne ups the ante and paints a picture of a victimized woman burning with vengeance. She did not try to turn her character back to goodness, but made negative behavior her motto. And that, friends, is the biggest flaw in reality TV. The producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville are not stupid. They know that getting Arionne on the show is like setting fire to a powder cake. The dynamics of the current cast are already unstable. Adding a woman who always creates problems, creates enemies instead of friends, will be a recipe for disaster. The Scotts state plainly that they are not with Arionne as they do not want to tarnish their reputation. Even Martell is not in favor of his involvement. And that says a lot. And then there are the fans who actually decide the fate of the show. His comments have only one echo. No Arionne, never. They do not see him as a potential star, but as a negative element that reminds of the destruction of the family. Arionne's current behavior on social media is also an example of self-destruction. Sometimes she defends Martell, sometimes she vilifies him. One moment she claims she doesn't care about the hate, and the next she tearfully posts that everyone is against her. It's a very volatile situation, and in the world of reality TV, instability is a death sentence. Producers want someone who is controllable, who brings the drama but doesn't lose the train of the whole show. Arionne, unfortunately, does not have that level of self-awareness. Also, she never apologized to Melody nor took responsibility for her role. Viewers often don't forget someone's mistakes without real forgiveness and truth. Martell is also a key character in this play. He is trying to clean up his image, but every time Arionne speaks, she interrupts his every step. Producers know that bringing him on the show is like opening old wounds and starting new feuds, which can destroy ratings. Love and Marriage Huntsville's motto is family greatness, business, and growth. Yes, it's complicated and interesting, but it's not meant to exaggerate the destruction of families. Bringing Arionne on the show would send the message that bad habits are rewarded. And that's something both the network and viewers don't want. Some would say that maybe Arionne should get a chance to tell her story. Maybe, but that opportunity won't come from this show. She may appear in an interview, a YouTube show, or on her own platform, but the door is closed to her in the world of reality. TV Arionne case has not only affected the cast or the production team of the show, but also stirred the emotions of the viewers. Everyone was wondering, what if she joined the show? Will she exacerbate the already existing tension between Melody and Martel? Will she be a threat to the rest of the cast? The fact is that the answer was the same for all. It would create a severe crisis. From the comments of the fans, it became clear that Arionne's personality lacked the charm that would keep the viewers engaged. Melody and Martel, despite their flaws, have a special chemistry, an effect that keeps viewers watching. Arionne, unfortunately, lacked that magic, and that was the reason why the producers refused to include her in the show. Arionne's social media behavior also made the situation worse. Every post, every opinion, every statement would have sparked some kind of controversy. Sometimes she praises Martel, sometimes condemns him. Sometimes claims she accepts everything, sometimes complains through tearful posts. This unstable behavior was a threat to the reputation of the show. Producers want someone who creates drama but remains in complete control. Furthermore, Arionne never truly apologized to Melody. She not only refused to accept responsibility, but continuously escalated her negative behavior. Fans and viewers do not tolerate such behavior. If one really wanted to apologize, they could sympathize with her. But Arionne offered no such opportunity. Her trait of always portraying herself as the victim and others as the culprit did not go in her favor. Martel's efforts are also quite limited in this situation. He was trying to restore his reputation, but Arionne's presence always undermined his efforts. The producers knew that bringing Arionne into the show would be like rekindling old conflicts. On the one hand, drama attracts the audience. But on the other hand, too much drama can be harmful. The original premise of the show, namely family, business, and success story, would have changed with Arionne's presence. She was just a controversial figure, and the production team didn't want the message of the show to be spoiled. If Arionne had been included, it would have sent a clear message that bad behavior and infidelity are rewarded. And that was a message that both the network and the fans didn't want. The rest of the cast members also made their stand against Arionne clear. Marcel and Morris bluntly say they don't want to see her anywhere near the show because she knows too much and can reveal secrets at any time. No one likes to sneeze on anyone, especially when it's in front of the whole nation. Arionne's attitude of never holding back on revealing secrets became a threat to everyone else. Guardians of the family's image and dignity do not want Arionne on the show at all costs. They already have enough drama and problems, and one more problem was unbearable for them. Cammy, who is usually calm and reasonable, was also not in favor of Arionne joining. All of this combined to show that the cast was united against Arionne. A rare phenomenon indeed in the world of reality TV. Arionne had many opportunities to improve her image, to keep quiet, to take responsibility for her behavior, and to come out stronger. But instead, she chose to go to the bottom level each time. This attitude was a dangerous path for her, as it not only damaged her reputation, but also destroyed the trust of the production team and the audience. An important aspect of the story of Arionne's absence is that her personality and attitude put obstacles in her way. Fans soon realized that she had an unstable and conflicted personality. Sometimes she praised Martel, sometimes she condemned him. Sometimes she would claim that she was okay with everything, and the next moment she would show that everyone was against her with a tearful post. This inconsistent behavior was not only annoying for the fans, but also became a threat to the production team. In the world of reality TV, the viewer's connection with a character is everything. They would want the character to have some positive elements, some attraction, some passion that would keep them attached to the show. Melody and Martel, despite their flaws, retain that magic. Their chemistry keeps the audience hooked. Arionne lacked those elements. Her emotional shocks, controversies, and noises did not allow the audience to connect with her. Also, Arionne never really apologized to Melody. Not only did she refuse to accept responsibility, but she continued to promote negative behavior. Viewers can forgive, but only if they feel the apology is genuine and sincere. There was no such evidence in Arionne's situation. She always portrayed herself as the oppressed and others as guilty. This attitude was unacceptable in a world where forgiveness and truth are of great importance. Martel, a key character in the play, was doing everything he could to restore his reputation. But every time Arionne spoke, her hard work backfired. The producers were well aware that bringing Arionne into the show would open old wounds and create new conflicts. Arionne had multiple opportunities to improve her image. Keep quiet, take responsibility for her behavior, and come out stronger. But instead he chose to go to the bottom level each time. This behavior not only tarnishes her reputation, but also destroys the trust of the production team and the audience. Arionne's story also shows that the secret to popularity in reality TV lies not only in drama, but in her emotional balance and self-awareness. The person who controls his behavior and connects with the audience succeeds. A person who exhibits unstable and conflicting behavior is self-harming. Arionne's case is an example of how a hostile attitude, constant conflict, and emotional instability not only alienates fans, but also threatens the cast and production team.